Dad, you got a letter. Ooh, I got a letter. Is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. It's from Damien! Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Vampire titties. Mission accomplished. Yeah, right, Amanda. Wish I could give you a fist bump or something. Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Yes. All right, good. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
What?
You watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. What does that mean? Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Oh, hearts! Yay! Everything's perfectly fine, but it's not fine, Damien. You're troubled. I'm so, excited for this film. I'm not convinced. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Halloween Town is not terrifying. Interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I've never even heard of. My favorite horror movie franchise is actually Chucky, or Child's Play, whichever one it goes by now. Damien's knuckles are turning white, and looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. What is wrong, bro? Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? All right. Jeez. You must be joking. I love horror movies. I don't think he does. The lights dim for the film. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jesus Christ. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. Dude, he's scared of... Oh, man. Oh, Jesus, what have I gotten myself into? We settle in as the film starts, and I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. This sucks. I should have picked the romantic comedy. What if that's the movie that he likes? What if he put that in his dad book and I just completely didn't think about that? The title flashes across the screen, the bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and a well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. How generic. Awaken, my coven. Romulus blood, bad blood. I was about to say blood lad. Either way. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Demetrius Morvant. Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. Carmela von Ruden? Husband, but also mortal enemy? What the what? What? The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. Oh. This role. Well, my character likes it. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as a foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I actually like that a lot, like in horror movies, is the foreboding organ music, or like any kind of piano that's like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. Jesus, Damien, you're scaring the shit out of me. Stop that. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus True Blood, even though it was just Romulus Bad Blood earlier, sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you. Romulus leaps over and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. Oh god! I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood, or vampiric blood.
Oh my,
I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. No, give it back! You can give me back your hand. I'll take care of you. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all but dads do best. Talk during the movie. Pointing out plot holes isn't gonna make this any funnier. It's gonna make him, like, focus on the movie. We're not gonna ask him what's happening. He's not even watching it. He's writing a freaking novel in his head. Let's do what all dads do best as well during a movie. Let's tell some dad jokes. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail?
oh my.
Where? To the retail store. I yelled at last bit a little too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I could see a smile form on Damien's face. Good one, Zai. Thank you. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. I think he would have. Like, it was probably on his freaking bio or something. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the General's Rife embrace each other. See? What? That's a plot hole. Maybe that's what would have come up if I said plot hole. Doesn't matter. They're embracing each other in their crypt. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard.
What?
The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover, Carmela, who watched the two from afar. Oh no, a twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again. Ugh. It's not good. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and the bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to the vampiric lore. So he does like vampires, just not horror movies. Then how did he watch Lost Boys? I know it's not, like, too scary, but, like, you know? Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more, a lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Nice. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Oh, he's taking me for a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater, that's for sure. I wonder where he's taking me. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. He thinks I'm lovely. Okay, here comes the smooth response. Cool. Nice. Tight. Crushed it. I crushed it! We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and get something to eat? You know, licorice, milk duds, whatever. It's probably not going to fill you up too much. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. Where are you taking me? We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavored side. Trust me. Oh my god, he's taking me to a data cemetery! Alright, get ready for a rant about my love life. So Abaddon and I, our first date was actually in a cemetery. It was in the cemetery here in our hometown. And I told him that I would meet him by this little hexagonal thing that's there. And it has a bunch of names on plates, like, for remembrance, but they're not actually, like, buried there. It's just kind of like a memoriam for them. And we met there, and we had, like... Well, for the first date, we didn't do anything. We just hang out, like, underneath a tree. And we kissed, and it was awesome. But, like, we ended up actually, like, going there and having, like, picnics and stuff later on. And, actually, we wanted to do Corpse Bride Wedding for our theme, and I thought about contacting the county to see if we could get married in the cemetery. That didn't go well, but the cemetery was a big part of the beginning of our relationship, and I kind of miss going there. I want to go there again. We haven't been in so long since we have our own house and everything. Now we kind of just stay at home when we're not working, or we're doing this. He'll record, I'll record. But man, Damien reminds me a lot about Abaddon. Like, I mean, Abaddon's way, he's not, like, as soft as Damien is. I mean, he's better watching horror movies than I am. Way better at watching horror movies than I am. I'm the Damien in the situation. That's fine. Anyways, rant over. I love my love life. But it's time to date this fictional dad. So, I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. Ooh, spooky. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery. This is strangely romantic. It's so quiet there, and you're by yourself, and nobody's gonna bother you. And if anybody else is there, they're just paying respect, so everybody's quiet anyways. You don't go, oh hey, how's it going? No, you don't do that. You keep to yourself, and it's peaceful and it's nice. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. I didn't know that. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? Oh god, I love this. Spookiness is my nature. With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Where were you hiding those? That's what I was gonna ask. Under my cloak. You sly dog, you. Oh, right. Yeah. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. Can't have wine, but I love cheese. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. I didn't even think about that before. That's actually pretty cool. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? Okay, that kind of tipped him off a little bit, I guess. I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. Didn't think you were. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play that part? Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. I understand. I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie, like a romantic comedy. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Well, that's good. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. It's pretty cool. Death helps me appreciate life, savor every second. The clock is always ticking, and when it ends, it ends. We sit and we enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Alright, suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. Where is it? What is that? Is it over here? That's an angel. I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed in fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer and moving faster. What? Woof? Oh. It's a dog. Oh my god. Look at him. His eyes are so big. As it finally comes over, whatever. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see Robert. That's a little awkward. Let's keep going anyways. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Unencrypted. Isn't that dangerous? What? What? I didn't know you had a dog.
Hey.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering... Oh, I did it again. It's a girl dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Unencrypted. Yep. His face says it all. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure, wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? A picnic, A blanket and dog treats? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, Tag wailing furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. It's really cute, though. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs.
Oh.
Victorians love dogs. Actually, most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. There was actually a painting, an oil painting in his house that's of a dog. I remember that. But it didn't look like a small dog. I think big dogs are nice too. Okay, because the one in the picture did look like a big dog. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. Dogs are cool.
Oh.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. Let's say we make our way home. Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful.
Oh.
Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Honestly, man, it's whatever you want. Damien, it was my pleasure. Sigh, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I'm not gonna say sneeze on this. Let's go the depression route. Yes! A noble purpose! Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. Oh no, give it back! I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Honey, were you spying on your daddy? Like, were you watching me? Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Lots of vampire titties. Told ya. But, as it turns out, Damien is... Oh. Wait. Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. I think he'd like it that way. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Sigh. Nice. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? Mm-hmm. I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure that I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. Oh god, look at her. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Wow, that was awesome, y'all. Let's see, let's see.
I'm sensing a romance between us.
Yes!
Hey,
A romance between us. Oh, God, guys, I'm so glad we did it. Okay, successful second date, guys. What's happening? All right. That's awesome. 2 S ranks in a row. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I can't open Dad Book yet, so I can't tell you if my prediction for him actually liking romantic comedies was a success, or was correct at least. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end that episode here, and hopefully the third date will go just as well as the last one. 3 hearts, that means it's 1 date left, and then I guess after that we figure out if he's mine. So I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.